Provision of services under ASPE 3400 for overtime services and also at a point in time services. Welcome everyone. Today we'll discuss the provision of services under ASPE 3400 for overtime and at a point in time. Revenue recognition is crucial for accurate financial reporting and compliance. ASPE 3400 outlines 4 key criteria for revenue recognition. Risk and rewards transferred. Significant risk and rewards of ownership have been transferred to the buyer. Collectibility. It is probable that the economic benefits will flow to the enterprise. Measurability. The amount of revenue can be reliably measured, including any potential returns. And lastly, performance. The enterprise has performed its obligations with delivery occurring or services rendered, and the seller's price to the buyer is being fixed or determinable. We'll explore each criteria in detail. Risk and rewards transferred. Revenue is recognized when significant risk and rewards of ownership have been transferred to the buyer. For example, in a sale of goods, this might occur when the goods are delivered to the customer. This ensures that the seller is no longer responsible for the goods. Next is collectibility. Collectibility refers to the likelihood that the economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. This means that the buyer is expected to pay for the goods or services provided. It ensures that revenue is only recognized when payment is probable. Measurability. Revenue must be reliably measurable, including any potential returns. This ensures that the reported revenue accurately reflects the transaction. It helps in providing a true and fair view of the financial statements. Performance. Performance means the enterprise has fulfilled its obligations. This could involve delivering goods or rendering services, with the price being fixed or determinable. It also ensures that revenue is recognized only when the seller has done what was promised. So the summary of provision of services over time. Revenue is recognized over time if the customer receives and consumes the benefits as the entity performs. It's very common in a long-term contract like construction projects. It ensures that revenue is matched with the period in which the service is provided. To solve the issue, the construction company recognizes revenue progressively as the construction work is completed. This means that as each stage of the construction is finished, a portion of the total contract revenue is recognized. This approach ensures that their revenue is matched with the period in which the construction services are provided, reflecting the continuous transfer of control and benefits to the client. So, in summary, the client has control over the work in progress. They benefit from the construction process as it progresses, and revenue is recognized progressively, matching the period in which the construction work is performed. So the first criteria, risk and rewards transferred. The customer has control over the assets being created. They benefit from the construction process as it progresses, and this ensures that the customer is receiving value as the work is performed. So this is met. Now let's move on to provision of services at a point in time. So there's criteria for point in time recognition. Revenue is recognized at a point in time when specific criteria are met. This includes having a present right to payment and transferring legal title to the customer. Common in transactions where goods are delivered or services are completed in a single stance. Let's now consider an example. Consider a consulting firm that has been engaged to provide a comprehensive market analysis for a client. The firm conducted extensive research gathers data, and prepares a detailed report. Once the report is finalized, it is delivered to the client. The client reviews and accepts the report, indicating that the consulting firm's performance obligation has been satisfied. In this scenario, revenue is recognized at a point in time when the report is delivered and accepted by the client. This approach ensures that the revenue is recognized only when the service is fully completed and the client has received the final deliverable. So, in summary, the firm conducts extensive research and prepares summary market analysis report. This report is delivered to the client, who reviews and accepts it. And lastly, revenue is recognized at a point in time when the report is delivered and accepted. From this scenario, we know that the entity transfers physical possession of the asset to the customer, and then the customer assumes significant risk and rewards of ownership. For example, delivery of a certain product where the customer takes possession and responsibility. So in this case, this ownership of risk and reward transfer is met. And then when the customer accepts the asset, indicating the performance obligation has been satisfied. Therefore, revenue is recognized at this point. It ensures that revenue is recognized only when the customer is satisfied with the service or product. Conclusion. To summarize, revenue can be recognized over time or at a point in time. It all depends on the nature of services provided. Understanding these criteria is essential for accurate financial reporting under ASPE 3400. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, feel free to message me or email me. Thank you very much.